You're watching a Titan Medical Center production. All right, so we're on the road, and we're always on the road for progression. What I'm doing is I'm on my way down to the Big Red Bus. The Big Red Bus, if you guys don't know what it is, it's like a donation bus. So I do blood work quite a bit, right? I'm always looking to make sure everything's dialed in, everything's great. So for me, I'm on testosterone. I've been on testosterone for like, 13 years. And at that point, being on testosterone, you need to look for some things. A couple was like blood cell count. So red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit, you want to make sure those are good. Because if not, your blood gets real thick and it can't get through the body, and DVT, blood clots, and strokes, and all these bad things happen. So what can you do to prevent this? And this is where I claim the term of HRT maintenance. And what does that entail? And HRT maintenance entails you giving a blood donation maybe 1 to 2 times a year. I always say 2 times every 6 months is really, really good to stay with. So I'm on my way there. I'm going to show you guys what it entails. It's very simple, very easy. 2 different things come out of this. 1, you're helping other people with your blood. And then 2, you're helping yourself be healthier. All right, we are here. We're going to walk over to that big red bus over there, and we're going to donate some blood. The big red bus. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, guys, that's it. It's like 10 to 12 minutes of my time. I donated the blood, lowered down the red blood cell count, hemoglobin, hematocrit. At that point, I'll be on my way to a better day. So I even got a cool free hat and a $20 gift certificate. So you're actually getting paid to do it. What can be better than that? It's helping you, it's helping somebody else, and they're giving you something free and something of use, right? You might not like the hat, but the $20 gift certificate you can use anywhere. So get down here and donate, right? We need to help people. You need to help yourself. Feel better, look better, perform better. Titan Medical Center, that's what we're all about. Live the Titan lifestyle every day.
I love my Titan Therapies.
What's up, guys? Me and Cupid are here, Top Golf. So we got to sponsor a great event. Athletes were a cause of the charity. And at that point, we're like, listen, we want to be a part of these events going forward with you for great causes, helping children, amongst other things, right?
Yeah.
Let's go have a fun time. And of course, we brought some of the Titan internal team.
Yeah, the internal team this time.
The internal team.
Yeah.
Not the Titan Hat promo team, the internal team that works in the office.
These are important girls.
Yeah, these are important girls. So let's go have some fun. Let's go have some steam. And let's go do it for a good cause.
Let's go.
So listen, we are here with Kyle Tucker, professional baseball player and Tampania resident, right? Like this is where he's from, hometown. So it's super cool, like in the backyard, be able to be here with him, support the foundation with him and Chris. Just great people. So thank you so much for letting us be a part of this, and we wish you all the luck in what you're doing, man, and kicking some butt in the future for sure.
Thank you, appreciate it. Good to see you guys out here.
You too, you too.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We got $100 worth of tickets, which was the body length of Kyle Tucker, which is 6'6". So we'll see if he won the 50-50. Either way, we'll go to a good cause, so we're gonna be good. right, guys, it was so awesome being here for the Kyle Tucker Foundation, Top Golf, Athletes for a Cause, and all these great people supporting this cause. Super, super awesome. We're proud to be and honored to be a part of this event. So hopefully the future ones, let's get a picture though with Kyle, because I know he's got a lot of people to take care of here. What's up, guys? John, Tsikouris here with our great friends, Titan family team members, Sarah and Derek. And this is a proud day for us to be here supporting them at the grand opening of their gym here in St. Petersburg, Florida, Legends Gym. Day has been a great day here, for sure. I think a lot of people came through here. They didn't know what to expect when they walked in. They were just like, oh, wow, okay, all right. So I was impressed. I think you'll be impressed too. You guys gotta come down and check out Sarah, Derek, and Peter at Legends Gym in St. Petersburg, Florida. Titan approved. We love being here. We had Renee come down to do this great event, all the setup. And we appreciate all the hard work and sweat and sacrifice that you guys have put in this place. We know as business owners what it takes, and we appreciate that. We commend you guys, and we wish you guys all the success in all the world. So this will only be the first location. There's many more to come, hopefully.
Yes.
Right? Hopefully that's the case. Either way, we'll be supporting, and you guys should too. Come down to Legends Gym in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tell them Titan sent you. Later.
We'll see you here.
What's up, guys? John here from Titan, and today I want to talk about one of our awesome therapies that you guys might remember from before. That's HCG, Human Chorionic Gonadotropin. And this therapy can be used for so many different ways and has so many different benefits. So let's just talk about a couple of them. One, this is great for fertility, or if you're trying to raise testosterone. HCG actually mimics the LH, the luteinizing hormone in the brain, kicking on the testes to start working. That means better sperm, better libido, more testosterone, better feeling, right? The other way they've used it for is weight loss in the past. Now, this was on a calorie-restricted diet of 500 calories. We would probably never recommend that for our patients, but underneath 1,000 is probably more capable and easier to do as a patient. So if you guys want HCG, we have it back in stock for you guys. We want to make you guys aware of it. If you guys want this therapy, all you have to do is just call or text us, 727-389-3220, and tell them you want to get started on your HCG therapy today.
No matter where you are, Titan Medical Center will get it delivered nationwide.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm here at Titan Medical. I just actually nailed down the most busiest of two people that I know, John and Tsikouris, the owners at Titan Medical, my friends, and the people that help me look good, feel good, be good.
That's
well,
right.
to be good, I'm still working on. But at either rate, I just want to make sure you guys saw that he's actually a real life person, because you might follow him on Instagram and you might think that 1 minute he's in Vegas, the next minute he's this. And much like myself, you never know where we're going to pop up.
That's right.
But he's actually at work today, guys. So I wanted to sit down and say hello to him, catch him before I sit down and talk to you guys about two of my favorite therapies that I'm on, BPC 157
That's a good one.
and the Hercules punch. I haven't quite got the results that this guy has yet, but I'm working on it. All right, we're gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down with you guys and tell you about those two therapies, BPC 157 and Hercules potion.
Those are two good ones. I can't wait to hear it, because you know what? Those got amazing, amazing benefits from healing from BPC 157. And I know me and you tear it up and working out and all kinds of other strenuous activities, right?
Yeah.
And then Hercules Potion, obviously, we want that pump, the recovery, and all that good stuff that comes along with it. So we can talk about that, and I want to hear your experience with it, obviously, because that's what counts.
Yeah.
And I know Titus is always on the go, right? He's so active in the community. I mean, if you follow him, you should follow him. If not, but if not, you'll see where he's at doing all types of different things, and for a great cause in most of those categories, I would say. Even we were talking about your middle school and stuff like that. Super cool. This guy gives back more than anybody that I know. So let's hear about the therapies, and let's hear about the experience. And of course, John is always in the building at Titan Medical Center.
Always.
As long as I'm not on a trip.
As long as he's not on a private plane or, in Vegas or
that was business, right?
A private island somewhere with him and Cherise celebrating her birthday or his birthday. The guy knows how to have a good time, and he also knows how to make sure you have a good time and have a great life, a greater life.
Yes.
Because that's what we're all here to do.
Yes.
Enjoy ourselves. So
right.
Come on down to Titan Medical so you can learn and grow and enjoy yourself.
That's right. Feel good, look good, perform better with Titan Medical Center. Let's go. Being the CEO of Titan Medical Center and the founder and owner and being involved still in the day-to-day operations and how things are, I deal with a lot of stress, right? And everybody has stress, right? And some people have a massive amount of stress that they can't relieve. Now, if you can't find an outlet and you're very stressed out, this can lead to mental health issues, right? Or you could be having mental health issues from something else that could have happened or occurred. And that's where I really want to lead into the importance of pets. If you have bad mental health, you could have bad physical health. And you can reverse that. So really reach out to your inner self and ask yourself, what would really distress me? Maybe a pet? Maybe I'm going through something really tragic or I'm trying to get over something. A pet can really fill that gap. So find yourself a pet and, improve your mental health, improve your physical health. Be good, improve quality of life. That's just from me to you guys. So enjoy, get a pet, and love them so much because they'll be your babies. What's up, guys? I'm John.
I'm Cherise.
And we are back with another Cupid's Corner. That's right. Every week, me and my beautiful little wife over here are giving you guys great tips, tricks, and information that will hopefully excite, ignite, and take your relationship to a whole new level, right? Of happiness and solidarity, and all these good things that come with relationships. So this week, we've got a great topic for you guys. And maybe if you guys have been in a relationship for a while, or even if you're single, you might have asked yourself this question. And, couples usually ask themselves this question. They've been together for a long, long time, or, as you go on through life. And the question is, are we getting old?
I actually asked that question the other night. I did. I'll take responsibility for this episode.
Yeah, so, it was a good question, right? And of course, when I get asked this question from my wife in bed, I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, what am I not doing here? Because, she's like, oh, we're getting old. What does that mean?
He asked me that too. He's like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean, are we getting old?
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I think we're like tired and stuff. And remember, we got all the good stuff to keep us going. So just imagine, we have all the good stuff. We must be really tired.
I don't think it's just being tired, though. I think it's being busy. I think being busy is what can wear somebody out. And obviously, having a healthy lifestyle and kind of what we do and what we preach out there, sleep is a part of a healthy lifestyle, and is necessary. It's necessary to function. Just on a minimal level, but to function on an optimal level, you need to have all these things working for you, whether it's nutrition, whether it's your activity level, and it's sleeping, right? So I always, especially lately, I've been taking it as put it as a priority to get at least 6 hours of sleep, and you should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And sometimes we only get 5 hours of sleep, and Therese sometimes on Sundays only gets 4 or 3 hours of sleep. So it's not good, right? But, you know, as going back to the question, are we getting old yet? You know, sometimes this falls in line with couples that have been together for a long, long time. And, you know, as you go on, you know, what you preach out there to be successful is to be consistent, right? Consistently doing the right things over and over to create a good result. And whether that's, you know, that's driving your car, or that's, you know, doing good at your job, or whatever it may be, you're doing consistent things, or even getting a healthy lifestyle, right? You're making sure you go to the gym every day, you're making sure you're eating every day, you're sleeping properly every day, and you get into that habit, and you get into that routine. And you want to stay in that routine most of the time, but get in a routine with your relationship. So that means that both you guys go to work, you guys come home, you guys make dinner, you guys hang out for a little bit, and then you go to bed. It's the exact same routine over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I guess that can get boring too. That's why, you know, being on a routine, I would say that's the best thing to get to success, is being in a consistent, positive routine. But sometimes you got to break that routine up for your relationship. That means, like, listen, every day, you know, you go to work, you guys come home, you guys cook dinner, you guys go to bed, right? Well, you know, throw in a date night in there. And that's usually what our Thursdays are. Like, we're going to the movie theaters, we're going to see a new movie.
Yeah.
You know, we did this all the way up until
COVID.
the pandemic happened.
Right.
And when that shut down movie theaters for a while, or it was limited and all that, no movies were coming out, couldn't go to the movie theaters because you just couldn't, right? There was nothing to see, or
You weren't allowed.
they were shut down, or whatever it was. So that kind of ended it for us for like, what, 1.5 years?
Yeah, I remember going to AMC, and it was literally like, it was like a movie where there was like little hay things rolling around, and like there was literally like
Tumbleweeds.
there was like 2 employees, one like by the register and one checking the tickets, and I'm like, wow, this is really weird.
Yeah.
This is really weird. Nobody else was there. It was just us at AMC 24. It was great.
Yep.
Actually, it was nice.
You know, so I mean, these are different things that you need to do, and whether it's during the weekends too as well. And same with us, right? So the weekends have consisted of baseball, right? Weekdays consist
Baseball's
of
coming
baseball
out of my
too.
ears. I keep telling them, I was like, oh, these baseballs, you know, it's baseball.
So it's kind of hard to get out on our weekends because sometimes we got to get out. Like, you know, we have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to a Sunday game or a tournament. So you don't really have time to like go out the night before, or if you do, you're going to be paying for the next day, and then that's going to roll into your week. So you got to start playing around these things, you know, to get out of the routine of being old, and then trying new things too as well. Now, you don't have to go skydiving out of planes or anything, but, you know, do something that, you know, revitalizes your youth, right? Whether it's, you know, playing video games, you know, together, because there's girls and guys that do that, or you guys go miniature putt-putt golfing, or you guys go to a trampoline place, or whatever it may be, something that brings you young to heart. You can go to the state fair and go do some rides, play some games together, eat some cotton candy. These things could happen. You know, there's a wide variety of different things that you can do. You can go back to past hobbies that brought you back to your childhood. Mine's comic books or shoes or whatever it may be, and you guys can kind of share that. Maybe you have the same interest or whatever. You know, these are different things that I would try to do, or what I'm going to try to do, or what I try to do to make things, you know, not seem like we're old, right? Because I don't think we're old at this point, even though I'm going to turn 42 tomorrow, or I'm going to turn 42.
Happy birthday, John.
On Sunday, yeah.
Happy birthday, John.
So at that point, you know, I guess I'm getting older, but I feel young at heart, you know, to a certain degree, where I do feel old. Compared to some of my employees where they might be 21 years old, and I hear their birth date, I'm like, oh my God, I am.
He's like, wait a minute.
I'm like,
he's like, I didn't graduate high school.
I was like, you were just born. I graduated high school when you were born. I'm like, this isn't too good, right? But you know, everything else wise, I mean, I look around, and you should never compare yourselves to the people that are surrounding you. So if you say, I look good for 40 years old, you shouldn't do that. Or I look good compared to this person, you shouldn't do that. You should just compare yourself to yourself, right? And do these things to make yourself feel good. And, you know, definitely working out, taking Titan therapies can help you feel younger all the way around. And sometimes to feel younger, we need to feel energy. That is a big one, because we were talking about, you know, you might feel tired in bed and you say, hey, listen, you know, I feel like I'm getting old because I'm tired, and I go to bed at like 10 or 11 o'clock. Even though right now, even us to this day, we don't go to bed till like midnight probably, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, and that still is like a reach, you know, because it's like by time baseball practice is over, and then we get everything home and dinner, and Peter's taking a shower, and the dogs, and this extra dog, and we got all kinds of things going on. You know, by the time we actually like sit down in the bed, it's literally like 10:30 or 11, and then you know, you really can't like shut it down really, you know, like by the time I get my pajamas, I gotta wash my face and do all these things. It's like 12 o'clock, you know, and you start looking at the time like, oh my goodness, I got to get up in like X amount of time. So yeah, I felt like, you know, I think I might have asked that question and like maybe like he was saying, like it's very repetitive, you know, like the day, I feel like, you know, some days, it's been like this for a little bit, especially with the new dog. I feel like we have a mini new baby. You know, and John's done such a great job at taking care of this dog while I'm taking care of, you know, 15 other babies at work, right? Because I have children. We have 15 other kids and they're called Titan women babies. So, you know, I didn't ask for these children, but they're here and this is what I have to do. But regardless, you know, it's tiring, right? It's tiring, and the baseball, I mean, where he's on 2 different teams, so it's literally just bop, 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 bop. And I feel like robotic to some degree, you know, and it's like very repetitive, and it's just like boop, 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 boop. And all I'm like, at that point, I feel like he's kind of on the same page. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're like, all I want to do is sleep right now. Like, I don't even want to do nothing. I don't want to watch TV. I want to watch 90 Day Fiance. I literally didn't get to see it until 3 days after I normally watch it because I was working. Like, so much work, so many baseballs and dogs and lots of other things, right? And of course, I want to spend time, you know, quality time with my husband. You know, like, that's very important to me. Like, somewhere in there, we can make the time. We will make the time.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it'll never be enough time because, I mean, we're together all the time and I still feel like we're not together. Like, I get to see his face, but I don't get to talk to him about, like, you know, fun, cool things or, you know, what's going on in the world today or whatever. If I get to talk in like one sentence, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. All right, that's me. You know, so it's, you feel, you know, start to feel a little tapped out, I guess. So you do want to keep it young and vibrant and do things that, you know, is fun. You know,
throw
like
some new things in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, whether it's a bowling league or maybe a softball league or whatever it is, or that's just being active. Like I said, you can do 1,000,001 things out there together. You know, just cutting out some of the time of the day or certain days of the week where you have an hour, maybe 2 hours, where you guys can spend this time together, enjoy each other, and you know, feel like you're doing new things. Because doing new things will make you feel young, right? Because when we're young, we start, you know, doing things, and when we start doing things, we start doing new things, right? And when I say, I guess I'm confusing you, but what I mean by that is that when we're young, we are not educated about everything that's around us and what we can do. And we start exploring and we're curious about these different things, and we start doing these different things because we're curious. And at that point, we might start liking some of these different things or not liking some of these different things. And that could be with like foods or like, you know, your different activities, your hobbies, whatever it is.
I think it's hard too, and you correct me again if I'm wrong, but it's hard too, right? Because we're dealing, me and him are truly the same people, right? We're 2 of the same, almost the same exact people, except we have different personalities as far as a few different levels of like who's nicer, who's meaner, you know, he's more patient, I'm less patient, etc. So, you know, we're very similar. So we have very similar minds, right? So I feel like we're constantly on the, like entrepreneurial minds are constantly going, right? They never shut down. So even at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, or you might still be thinking about something else, like, oh, you know what, maybe we got this going on. It's and you can't stop it. Like, it's just, you can't turn it off. It's very hard. But I think somewhere in there, you're going to have to like force yourself to do it. But you have to be like, you have to be aware of like what's going on and not just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Because eventually you'll get to a point where you're like, how do we get here? That's what's going to happen, right? So you don't want that to happen. So if this is where you stop and you're like, okay, wait, let's not get there and let's make sure we stay here because this is a happy place for us, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a happy place and you want to do that. If you catch yourself feeling like things are being repetitive over and over and over, and listen, some things are. You're going to go to work every day.
You got to work.
Okay? You're going to sleep every day. You're going to eat dinner every day.
You got to eat.
These are things that you need to keep in your schedule, right? They're going to be repetitive, and some of these things you want to be repetitive because you want to be in a positive, healthy lifestyle, and these are things that are part of it. But there's places in the day or times in the day where you can cut out some of that chunk and then give it to your partner. Now, there's people out there that don't have kids. So you guys have no excuse
You guys
whatsoever.
have no excuse. Dogs can be put in the kennel or do something. They could be put in a little pen.
Yes.
You guys can have a little fun. You know, kids, they're running up in the room and all kinds of fun stuff. Ask about homework. Where's my dinner? What are you doing? You don't love me. Well, come play video games. I want to verse you in Mortal Kombat. You know, come outside, throw a ball. You know, I mean, you're not. It doesn't stop. And we only have one kid. You know, I mean, that's enough.
So God bless those parents out there that have multiple kids, 3, 4 kids. I mean, because they're dealing with a lot, man. And you know, it does. You know, sometimes the weight bearing of that is it's hard. You know, it's hard and. You know, people get down a little bit about that because that's all they're doing. They feel like, oh, this is all that I'm here to do. Well, it's not. I mean, at that point, but you got to have the responsibilities and you want to make sure your kids grow up good too as well. So, you know, that's something you're putting in place and that's dedication and sacrifice too as well. So that's going to come along with life if you want to be successful and you want to have a great family. You're going to have to do that. There's some people out there that they just disregard their kids. And they go out and do these things no matter what. They don't care what their kid's doing, who they're seeing, what they're eating, and just care about, oh, they're alive, I'm okay. But, you know, at that point, I'm just going to go do what I want. I see multiple girls do this, guys do this, couples do this too as well.
Or so-and-so will take care of them. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, that's you can't do that either.
So me and John are trying to find this happy, I mean, because we're perfectionists and we're very loving individuals. Like, so we love everybody. I'm just kidding. Not really. I take that back. I don't love everybody. But the people I do love, I love hard. Let's put it that way, right? And it's a lot of love to give. It's constant love and care and, you know, loyalty and it's constant. It's a lot of work, you know, especially when ultimately we're providing for 15 other people, right? Making sure they're okay too. So it's tough, but like I said, it's important to just recognize it. Recognize it. When you do recognize it, do something about it. Carve it out and make sure that you are doing something about it. So for instance, I'll give you an example. Tomorrow, we are going to the Hard Rock for a couples massage. And it's just me and John. And it's for his birthday. You know, I want to take him, we go get a couples massage, just me and him, just chill, do nothing but just chill, right? And then afterwards we have like a little spa area with a jacuzzi and stuff like that. And it's co-ed, so you can go out there and just hang out by the jacuzzi and just chill. And we need a moment to just be like, that's what I need. And I know he needs it too. So that's why I set it up. But you see, I was cognizant about that.
Always thinking, always planning, make sure you're prepared so you're never feeling like you're getting old.
I don't want to be old. I want to die young and beautiful.
You are beautiful. So make sure you guys are tuning to Cupid's Corner every Sunday here on ABC at 11 a.m. If you don't get to watch it live, you can always DVR it. And if you don't get to do that either, just make sure you guys go to YouTube, type in Titan Medical Center, and you can subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you can get all these great shows and a lot more cool content from me, Charisse, and the whole Titan crew.